Alexa, stop. Hello, campus. Right, I've not been out this week. I've not been out shooting. I even had to cancel my trip to Ireland. I was going to be flying out doing some set stills. I had to cancel it. So I've been totally Tom Dick. What I did do though, because I got anything for a video, is that I threw out a little bit of a shout out for some questions, YouTube, Instagram, and I thought I'd answer them. Down, what's that like? Oh, that's all right. It'll do, won't it? Okay, so right, question. Let's go to YouTube first. Right, first question is from Chris Severus. Are the likes of Instagram or Twitter a good platform for photographers to be sharing images, or should we be looking at alternatives that are dedicated to photography, like Flickr used to be for many years? I mean, one of the things, that's a train in the background, by the way. For me, I think it's important to kill like 1, 2, 3, 4 birds with one stone, like with your social media or with your content. My Instagram, for example, is not my portfolio. Neither is like this YouTube channel. Like what I do on these platforms is like I kind of post my process, in effect. I mean, if I was just posting portfolio images, they'll have no content for my videos. It's probably like I'll be lucky if I get one image that I'll use on my portfolio every 2 or 3 videos. So you can kind of fool around and play around a little bit with Instagram. I think people can get a little, and social media, we can get a little bit over precious with it. Use all of those platforms. Thing is though, I would favour one over all of the others. Yeah. So if you're using, say, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and that, what's the new one, Vero, that I would kind of choose one as your main one, and then spread all of the rest of your social time between the other platforms, because otherwise it's impossible to climb more than one mountain at the same time. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like we can spread ourselves a little bit too thin, but you still need to keep the others on board, because I mean, you never know. What if Instagram collapses? Any updates on potential presets and post-production video? Maybe Jaking. I'm on it, mate. I'm on it. I promise. Probably the next sort of 3-4 weeks, I'll be punching some stuff out. D the Guy. This is right. D the Guy. That's a cool name, isn't it, for YouTube? How do you get the motivation to continue filming after a horrible day? Let your thoughts run wild on what this means, because you probably know better than I do. Well, if I'm waiting around to be motivated the whole time, I probably would hardly get out of bed. So for me, it's great when I feel motivated and when I'm feeling the same, like being inspired as well, like what inspires you. We need to kind of create our own luck, so to speak, with photography. And like half the battle is like I sometimes think like when I get up and I'm out and I'm shooting street photography, the only part of me that is agreeable to that is my legs. Like every other part of me just don't want to, do you know what I mean? Sometimes you just don't feel like doing it. But you've got to treat it a bit like work. It's like enjoyable work, but it's work nonetheless. And if you have a little bit of that attitude, then you keep at it, and then it's like, it's the law of averages, and the more you're shooting, statistically, you're gonna get more keepers, so to speak. Don't wait around to feel ready. It's cutting a long story short. How did you grow your confidence to approach and chat with strangers? Well, I think your confidence does grow as a consequence of practicing, but again, it's the same as that last answer. By the way, that was from Stuart Chambers, that question. Like if you're waiting around to feel confident, like what? That for me, that's not part of the deal. It's like I just need to do it. Like there's the confidence, there's that confidence of how you walk and how you talk, and that's kind of confidence. But for me, a real confidence is like you don't feel great. You don't feel like, you feel a little bit insecure about what you're doing. You don't feel like you're the best photographer in the world. You know, and but you do it anyway. That's confidence for me. There's kind of there's like a humility in that, isn't there? Or like I've forgotten what I was going to say, but you just got to do it anyhow. And then as a consequence, you will start to feel more confidence. But you kind of got to put the cart before the horse. It's no good waiting around to feel confident or waiting around to feel ready and all that caper. It's not part of the deal. Question from Katie. Some of my favourite street shots are the portraits you so often capture. Are they your favourite thing to shoot too? Well, I do love shooting portraits, and it's part of the way that I make my money from photography as well, is from shooting portraits. I used to shoot weddings way back, but also work a lot with musicians and brands and other clients and that kind of a thing. So I do have a little bit of an in there, and that spills into my photography. But again, it's just practice. I fell in, when I first started out as a photographer, I was a street photographer. Even when I was shooting weddings, it was just pure documentary. And then I was kind of like, well, you know, maybe I need to be shooting some portraits. And I fell in love then with shooting portraits. And that became a little bit of a passion. And then with my street photography, a little bit of a kind of a signature thrown in there. It was like a street portraits as well. So yeah, I love shooting street portraits. But street portraits, for me, there's a difference between shooting portraits and headshots. Did I go like snapshot stroke headshots? Kind of anyone can shoot those, right? They're just like snapshots. For me, what I want that little bit. I want my portraits, and I don't always succeed. But what I'm moving in a direction of doing is capturing something a little bit more when I'm shooting those portraits. And that sometimes means hanging in there, because you know, it's like you're shooting street portraits. You kind of feel like the person's doing you a favour, so you just want to get it done quickly because you feel a little bit uncomfortable. You've got to hang in there with that, try and get as much time as you can and get chatting with these guys, and then you'll see more. You know, like when things slow down, you begin to see more. And that's all about access. That's, well, time, getting time with the people you're shooting. Current top 3 most influential photographers that inspire you. You know what? I've got a list here. Because my brain is just like, I just don't really have that much of a memory. That's why I take photographs. I have to capture everything. All my memories are in archives, filed away. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to copy this list and then I'll put it in the show notes. Showbiz, you know. I think, do you know what? This video's rolling on now. There's a few more I've not answered. Have I answered all of the YouTube? No, I'm going to have to cut it off there, guys. So we may get the other ones. We may do another one of these. Maybe do a part 2. So if you've got any more questions, ask me them in the comments below, and then we'll do another video. Yeah, it was all a bit improv, this, wasn't it? I hope the light's okay. It's changed here, isn't it? Anyway, guys, please subscribe to the channel. Really a big support for me if you can do that. There's a whole bunch of you watch these videos still not subscribed. And give this video a thumbs up, a like, because I think what happens then, YouTube sees those likes and then it just shares it with more people. Like I said, it's a big support, and I'll see you on the next video. Thanks, guys. Bye.